What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the House of Suain. In this episode, I'm going to show you how to do a strict press, aka a military press. First, I'd like to thank you for clicking on my video and also for giving me some of your time. If you haven't done so already, consider subscribing to my channel. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. So with the strict press, we're taking that bar from that front rack position and pressing it overhead in one fluid motion. Now the first thing we need to establish is hand placement. You should be grabbing the bar just outside of your shoulder width. The weight of the bar should be resting on the lower portion of your palm, right in line with your wrist, and your thumb should be wrapped around as a safety precaution. Now here's an example of not having your forearm in line with the barbell. See how my elbows are too far forward and all the weight goes onto my wrists. You want as much of your forearm underneath the bar to help assist as the weight gets heavier. Another common mistake is treating this as if it's a standing incline press. You do not want to push the barbell away from your center of gravity. You want to push it in line with your center of gravity. Now your foot placement at a minimum should be shoulder width apart. I tend to go slightly wider than shoulder width since a lot of the weight is going to be overhead, and it'll be much more effective to have a wider base. As always, make sure you're being safe and put those collars on. Just like any other powerlifting movement, your breathing is crucial. So right before each rep, I take a deep breath, and at the top, I'll exhale, but I'm not losing tension in my core on that exhale. I'm still keeping everything nice and tight. Now with the strict press, if you can, I'd rather you do it from a standing position because it's going to recruit more muscles. However, if there's a reason you can't be on your feet and you still wanted to get a strict press in, you can do it from a seated position like this. Now the safety spotters are really going to come in handy when you're in the seated position, just in case you do get fatigued and you don't have to squat out of the front rack position as you're seated on the bench. You can just put the weights right on the safety spotters. Now another variation you can use is a dumbbell, or in this case, a kettlebell. So if you're going to use a kettlebell, one thing you have to understand is where the actual weight of the kettlebell rests. If you hold on to this handle and you place it where you would a barbell, the actual weight of the kettlebell is going to be behind you, and you don't want that kind of tension on your shoulder joint. So with that being said, you want to put the actual bulk of the kettlebell on the front of the shoulder. So right in this pocket over here. So I'm going to place that here, and it's resting there, keeping my wrists nice and neutral, and I'm going to press from this position. So that weight stays over midline of my body the entire way, just like it would with the barbell. But the handle is slightly forward. So hopefully with what you learned today, you're able to add the strict press to your regiment. And if there's anything else you want me to cover about the strict press, please feel free to let me know in the comments section below. Thank you for watching, and until next time in the House of Suain, take it easy.